Hi, I'm Kuru, and today I'm here to give you some art advice. Just a disclaimer, I am not going to point out every single thing that I think could be improved, just some of the details that stick out to me. Also, feel free to not listen to my advice if you don't want to. That's fine too. Today I have here this very cute artwork by Masayume Berry. It's in an idol from Love Live. It is very cute, it's very pink. I love the soft pastel colors of this piece. I think you managed to really strike a good balance between all the pinks of the picture. It's also a very cute pose. I love that this part where she is doing the peace sign is very well done with the foreshortening, and I think overall it looks very cute. So the thing that we're going to improve here are just some smaller details about the pose, and I also wanted to improve on the general effect of the picture, because it is very cute, but I think it could be improved by making it stand out a bit more. So let's start with the pose. The first thing that I would like to do is fix this leg. Right now it's sticking up to the side like this, while it should be going back instead. So I will try and fix that right now. I am also going to move this leg slightly more inward. Next, I will bring the left arm a little bit higher up. And the last adjustment that I want to make to the pose is to bring the victory sign slightly more forward and a bit more to the side. Alright, and this is a before and after. As you can see, I've changed the position of the hands and the position of the legs just a little bit. And I actually done this because I want to change the composition of the whole drawing a little bit. And this placement for the limbs works a little bit better for what I want to do. So for this drawing, what I feel is missing is kind of a sense of impact. It's a very, very cute drawing, but it's missing something that will make you look at it, that will really draw your eye to the drawing if you see it among other drawings. So what I want to do is change the background and change the lighting a bit so that it really pops. And since she is an idol character, I thought that having her be on a stage would be a very good background, and that will give us a chance to really play with the lighting. So I will first cut out the entire character and then I will change the composition. Okay, so what I've done here is I have moved the character a bit more to the foreground. We did have to crop the bottom of the shoes, but that's fine. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a part of your drawing for the sake of composition. Think of it as photography, really. You have to frame the best parts of your character. So I've slanted it a bit to the side to give it more of a sense of motion, and I brought her a bit more forward. So what I will do now is create my stage background. I'm going to choose some more muted colors because I want to play with the light. Okay, so what I have done here is I have added a stage floor and also stage lights here on top. I really like this effect with the panels used as a screen, these round panels. And what I did here is simply copy the layer of the character and flip it to the layer of the lights, like this, so that the face of the character will appear on the screen. And I put down the opacity. Now it's at about 676. What I'm going to do now, I duplicated the lights layer and I used the blur filter, the Gaussian blur, very low, and I used the add glow blending mode, and I'm just going to merge the two lights layers. So now there's this whole like glow effect going on with the lights. It's much brighter. So the next thing I want to do is I want it to look like this character is on the stage. So to achieve that, we're going to want to play a little bit with the lights. To make the light seem like it's coming from behind her, the first thing we want to do is cover our character with a dark layer. I am going to use a dark blue/purple and just cover the entire layer. And I'm going to bring the opacity down. Then I will set the blending mode to multiply, and I will clip this to the character layer. There we go. So now she's slightly washed out. It looks like the vibrancy of the colors has been washed out because of the dark layer. But we can easily bring that back if we go over to Edit, Tonal Correction, use Saturation and Luminosity, and we want to bring the saturation slightly up. Like so. A little bit, not too much, just so that it pops. And now we want to add some fun rim lighting. This is always a very fun thing to do. So we're making a new layer clipped over the blue layer that we just made. We're going to set the blending mode to linear light. So let's pick a pink that's not too saturated because otherwise it's going to look very bad. More towards white. And we are going to... I'm using the watercolor because I like that it gives me a nice soft brush. But we're going to basically go over the sides of the character that would be hit by the light that's coming from behind, from the lights from the screen and the stage lights that would be behind her. And don't forget that all objects have a 3D shape, so you want the light to follow the three-dimensional shape and not just the contour of your line art. Okay, so I ended up changing the color to a much lighter pink, and this is the difference before and after with the rim lights. So the character is popping much more, and she actually looks like she's on a stage and the light is coming from behind her. Now we can add some more effects, I think, to fill up the scene a little bit so it's not just a block of color. What I'm gonna do is make a new layer right behind the character, but in front of the lights and the stage. And I will set it to add glow in blending mode, and I want to have like a light particle effect. So I'm gonna just use my circle tool to add a few circles, change the color. Let's set down the opacity. Let's also add some stage lights, and I'm just going to use the polyline tool. This time I'll make the layer behind the stage. And last but not least, let's add some sparkle effects. And I think that's our finished piece. So here are the before and the after. Let me do one final thing. I will put Berry's signature back into the drawing. And there we go. The main things that I focused on are just some slight changes to the pose. The arm is going up because I wanted it specifically to fill this space here instead of going down here. And the peace sign is also further away from the face so that it helps fill the space as well. And the leg is pointing more towards the back because it just looks more natural. And I changed the composition of the scene so that it looks more like a photo that she would have taken while performing on stage. And I think this helps bring out the charm of the drawing and of the character as well. And it really drives home the point that she is an idol and she would be performing on stage. So I hope you enjoyed this correction episode. As usual, you can send me your drawings if you want me to give you some art advice. You can also find me on Ko-fi. You can help support me and this video videos by becoming a member or doing a one-time donation. If you choose to become a member, there are a lot of very fun rewards, such as sketches and monthly wallpapers, and you can also get to see more of the behind the scene. If you want to reach me to send me illustrations that you want corrected, you can find me on Twitter or on Instagram. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.